James, our stylist, who picked it out for me. I think he's learning me quite well. The brighter, the better. Ah, what a perfect transition. The Brightening Sleeping Facial, a weightless souffle. A weightless souffle in a single swipe that will give you the effects of an overnight facial. Sometimes we have those items that we put on at night, those face creams that are there mainly just to moisturize, and that's great. But the facial in a jar is also going to give you that vitamin C for the brightening. You'll see here on your screen in one application, that's not over months and months. You not just have the brightening, do you see the smoothing, the resurfacing? Even the hyaluronic acid, which is so wonderful to bring all that moisture that exists in your body right there to the surface where it can be used and appear those fine lines and wrinkles just more plump and firm. This is what you're getting with the Overnight Beauty Facial in a jar. But it's not the trifecta for me unless it's a great price, 5 flex and free shipping. $35 from $52, love the price. 5 flex means $7 to get home the facial in the jar and free shipping. You're seeing here on our model. I want to know, Stephanie, when it comes to a sleeping facial, what would you say really sets this apart from maybe like a night cream?
Yeah, so we actually pioneered the entire category of sleeping facials, which means we scientifically studied what happens to your skin while you sleep. And then we're using that natural process of your body's rejuvenation to combine with the right ingredients, almost to like turbocharge what your body's already doing. So this is actually featuring our wild rose, which is an extract that we hand harvest from these wild roses in the Balkan Gardens of Greece. And then we combine it with our vitamin Super C. And these two powerhouse ingredients mean that you're getting the brightening, so dark spots, hyperpigmentation, ruddiness of skin tone, combined with the effects of anti-aging from the wild rose. So after 1 month of using, every single person in our study saw the brightening, which means like those dark spots, the redness, all of that. But they also saw an improvement in the elasticity. They also saw an improvement in the expression lines. The skin was radiant. So it's really like a 3-in-1. And I will tell you, Natasha, if you ever wanted to literally go to bed and wake up looking like you had a $500 facial from a professional esthetician, this is the product. 1 night's sleep.
Golly, the smell is fantastic too.
Smells amazing.
It really does. To have that elasticity back, do you know what we do to just have a little bit of elasticity back in our skin? People they're making the smoothies, they're taking the pills, they're doing whatever they can, because elasticity, when it comes to needing the collagen in our skin, that is, you know, God's cruel joke. Aging is the goal, but sometimes we don't love the process. And this before and after shows you, here's how you stop the clock a little bit. Here's how you get that elasticity, that brightness, that firmness in a single application. And what I love is if you're someone like me who, by the time it hits 7 p.m., 8 p.m., I just don't have the energy to do all of the things that are probably the best for my skin and for my overall health, right? If you had the scrub or you have just that wipe, and then you can use a little bit of your serum in a jar, your facial in a jar. Well, by the way, you do have the serum too. I would put the serum on first and then I would use the facial cream. Right, you're done. It's not complicated. It's something everyone can do. It's 2 steps. A little bit goes a long way. Now, what about using it on my neck and décolletage? Is that okay too?
Bring it all the way down. I will tell you, the texture of this, you can see, it's almost like a balm. Now, that's important because we want a richer texture to keep the moisture in your skin while you sleep. When you sleep, your body temperature rises slightly because of all the work your body is doing, and you lose the most moisture. So we almost want to create this sealant. You see on Linda, like that radiance. If you're looking at your skin and it's dull, it's gray, it's ashen, like you're almost wondering, you know, everybody's talking about the glow. How do I get the glow? This is the wild rose glow, honestly, but it's not greasy, it's not tacky. And you know what I love, Natasha? Have you ever had one of those masks where you have to put it on and you have to wait 20 minutes? Like, it's this whole process, right? This is that turbocharge to your skincare, but you put it on and you go to bed. We do all the work while you sleep.
You know, this is remarkable, seeing how moisture can exist in a way that's not just for a camera. It's not just about a shine here. You can truly tell the difference. It is a brightening. It's a more even tone. I see it looks like there were several years taken off with a single application. And Korres does some of the best consumer surveys there are, not just because they perform the best, but because they're incredibly regimented on one use, 14 days, 28 days. And to have an appearance of fine lines and wrinkles reduced with a single product over the course of 14 and 28 days, which we found was statistically created with this particular product, the Night Brightening Sleeping Facial. This is not just putting moisture back in your skin. It's putting that brightness, that vitamin C. It's putting that hyaluronic for that plumpness and the firmness. And it's doing it in a way that I think you described really beautifully, Stephanie, when you said it is a souffle, but it's also like a gel. It's not just the thick cream that's going to leave you greasy and say, well, okay, I guess maybe I'm moisturized. You can tell there's a difference here.
Right, and that texture is really because at Korres, we don't use any fillers. We don't use the silicones. We don't use mineral oils. We don't use phthalates or plasticized molecules, no petrochemicals. A lot of other brands use that, so you get like a slip, right? You feel the slip to the product. This is actually all hand-harvested ingredients. And remember, it's two powerhouse technologies coming together. Our wild rose oil, which we actually harvest the seeds out of these wild roses in the middle of the rose. We cold press those seeds. That's giving you this improvement in elasticity you're seeing here on your screen. That's giving you the improvement in the lines and wrinkles, all the anti-aging pieces. But then we add in our vitamin Super C, and that's giving you the brightening. Most other products, you have to buy them separately. There's a brightening, right, to dark spots, hyperpigmentation. That's this piece. And then you have to add in the anti-aging piece. We put them together. So one night's sleep, you put this on, you go to bed. Your body is actually using these ingredients scientifically to literally give you that $500 facial overnight.
You know, I don't do the $500 facials anymore. Maybe there was a time in my 20s where I was able to do one or two a year. Maybe it was a birthday gift. It was usually for me, they were $200 facials, and it was my big splurge of the year. I found that sometimes the products that they were using, it was all about what's the effective ingredient. What's that one or two effective ingredient? It's the first thing that Helen said to me when I came here, and I said, I don't understand your face. You need to explain it to me, Helen Keeney. She said, just look at the ink deck. Just look at the ink. Just look at the